o'clock news.
Welcome back. You know, new home buyers are having a tough time with mortgage rates hovering near record level, and those rates are having a big impact on the housing market. Let's talk about it from a local perspective now. Joining us now is Melanie Atkinson. She's been with us before many times. Melanie's with, she's a realtor with Smith & Associates. Thank you for your time, Melanie.
Thank you.
So, give us a status update. What's the housing market like right now in the Tampa Bay region?
Well, the pace of the housing market in 2023 has definitely slowed down. We're not seeing the same frenzy that we were seeing in 21 and 22, but that's because the interest rates, as we all know, have gone up very steeply in the last year. But that was the intent that the Fed had whenever they started raising them. They needed the housing market to slow down, which we have certainly seen. On the other hand, it's very frustrating for buyers who are trying to buy now and staring down 8% interest rates.
Yeah, it really puts people in a position they don't want to be in. And you were telling me earlier that average sales prices in Hillsborough County have gone up by 60% in the last 3 years. Why is that? Are they still that high? And will they come down anytime soon? Yeah,
well, that's data that I just pulled, and it's great for people who have owned homes in the Tampa Bay area for a long time. Like, imagine all the equity that everyone's sitting on, but it's really difficult for people who are trying to get into the market. So not only are we staring down 8% interest rates, but you also have very high prices on top of that. So housing affordability is tough right now, especially for people that you know, are not moving from expensive states, and you know, they just are now looking to be home buyers for the very first time. It's hard for them. The reason that we haven't seen prices really go down too much is because the people that own their homes don't want to sell their homes. So we still have a supply that isn't up to the demand that we need in order for prices to go down. And that's really been the challenge for buyers this year.
There's little inventory.
There's little inventory. I mean, we're definitely seeing more inventory. We're up to about 3 months worth of inventory, which is a huge change from where we were a couple years ago, which was like 2 weeks of inventory. So buyers do have more options. However, it's not quite a balanced market, which we typically see around 6 months of inventory.
Gotcha. And again, the people who currently own homes, they don't want to sell their homes because they want to hang on to their 3% mortgage that they have now.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of where we are. How long do you think we'll be in this pattern? It's a matter of mortgage rates coming back down, or?
Well, we're not expecting mortgage rates to be down to where they were before. So I think everyone is kind of getting used to the fact that they're going to be higher. However, it would be nice if we would see them lower into the 5s and 6s again. But if you're a buyer and you're waiting for that to happen, you also need to understand that there will be a lot of people at that point waiting to jump into the market. So for buyers who can afford it and are planning on staying in their houses for a long time, we do still recommend that they look for houses now. There's not as much competition right now. So you don't have the frenzy of multiple offers.
Yeah.
So the intent would be to then refinance. So get in the market, intend on staying for 5 to 10 years, and refinance if you can.
You get in at 8% and look for something better down the road, right? That's
exactly.
The okay, so we know what a draw the Tampa Bay area was for people, especially during the pandemic and after that, moving here in great numbers. What are some of the top cities now in the U.S. that people are moving to?
Well, people are still moving to Florida. People are still moving to Tampa. We're also seeing a lot of population increases in cities like Orlando, Sarasota, Jacksonville, Ocala, and Melbourne. Other than that, people are moving to North Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas are the biggest states that we're seeing people relocate to.
You know, Melanie, just a couple of years ago, as soon as a house went on the market, it was gone.
Yes.
Is that still the case?
We're seeing about 40 days, average days on market, which is a lot better than like the 40 minutes on market that we were seeing 2 years ago. So it, again, allows buyers a little bit more time to shop and look for houses. But keep in mind that houses that are in really desirable areas are still selling fast. So buyers are missing out sometimes, and they get really mad then because they don't feel like they should be.
Yeah, and it really is. It's hyper-local. Right? If you want a certain zip code, a certain school district, it may not be 40 days on the market.
Exactly.
For sure. Any final advice for homeowner or would-be home buyers who are just kind of wondering when they're going to get a chance?
Well, you always have a chance. You have a chance right now. Again, the competition isn't that bad right now in comparison to where it was. And also keep in mind that if you're looking to keep your costs lower, there are markets like Wesley Chapel and Land O'Lakes and down in Riverview that have affordable homes. There are a lot of affordable single-family homes and townhouses still available in the area.
Yeah, I love Wesley Chapel. Lots to do up there. Okay, well, she's Melanie Atkinson, and check out her YouTube channel, too. Melanie Loves Tampa Bay.
Thank you, yes.
She does a great job there, and thank you again for putting things into perspective here for us on the Tampa Bay housing market.
My pleasure.
Linda?
Thank you, Chris. Still ahead, a new case of West Nile virus in